Ride the beat when you rock the mic. Put your foot on the gas and eat a red light. Ride the beat when you rock the mic.
2022 to 2025, the year when billionaires became boogeymen, the IRS got a Marvel movie-sized budget, and Democrats swore they could tame inflation by raising taxes. Meanwhile, libertarians just kept asking the same simple question. How about we shrink the government before we try to fund its next failed project? I know, great question. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Libertarian? The show where we teach you that your tax refund is really just the government giving you back your money, acting like they did you a favor, and not paying any interest on that money. 2022, the Inflation Reduction Act, aka the Irony Act. Let's start with 2022 and the Inflation Reduction Act, which, spoiler alert, did reduce inflation. You may be asking then, what did it do? It hit big corporations with a 15% minimum tax on book income. Slap a 1% tax on stock buybacks. And pumped $80 billion into the IRS. You heard that right. While you were trying to figure out how to afford eggs, Congress gave the IRS enough money to start their own space program. Yay! And here's what the Democrats claimed. We're just making big companies pay their fair share. You notice how they keep using the term fair share and never actually define it in a percentage. The Libertarian response? You're taxing innovation, punishing shareholders, and sending an army of auditors after grandma's Etsy shop. Because let's be real, the IRS doesn't knock on Jeff Bezos' door. They show up 2 years when you Venmo your buddy $600 for splitting the bar tab. That's a pretty impressive bar tab. That's $1,200. 2023, the FairTax drama. "2023 was weird. House Republicans rolled out the FairTax Act, a proposal to eliminate the income tax and IRS and replace it with a 30% national sales tax. Democrats, right on cue, lost their damn minds. Biden, in his crazy little mind, called it the craziest idea yet. Old Chucky Schumer said it would devastate the middle class. Yeah, no, like your policies haven't devastated the middle class. Meanwhile, libertarians were like, wait, did y'all just plagiarize our homework from 1971? The LP has been calling for this forever. No income tax, no IRS, just a transparent voluntary tax on consumption. But here's the libertarian kicker. 30% is too damn high. If you cut spending, like we've said for decades, we wouldn't need a tax that high in the first place. But neither side wants to cut spending. And here's the bottom line. Democrats want to tax your income. Bad idea. Republicans now want to tax your spending. Yet again, another bad idea. Libertarians like myself just want to stop taxing you to death at all. Now we get into 2024 election year tax showdown. "2024 hits, and both parties are back on their tax soapboxes, respectively. Biden runs again, promising no new taxes on anyone who makes under $400K a year. But, and there's always a but, a 25% minimum tax on billionaires. And here's another little kicker to it, a higher corporate tax rate. Democrats are basically saying we can't afford universal everything if Jeff Bezos pays us like he's Netflix. You shouldn't be able to pay for universal everything because that doesn't work. Libertarians like myself is, How about we stop pretending government programs are magic vending machines and admit that we're broke? Also, in 2024, the Trump tax cuts are about to expire in 2025. And now the Democrats say, let's let the tax cuts for the rich expire. And libertarians say, because this is mainly a libertarian versus Democrat thing, let none of the tax cuts expire. Also, let the IRS expire. And while we're at it, how about the Federal Reserve takes a long nap too? The Libertarian 2024 platform with Chase Oliver running on the ticket, who I actually know personally. Abolish the income tax. Repudiate the national debt. Yes, you heard that right. Shrink government so small it fits in your pocket and doesn't charge you for pocket space. 2025 and the final face-off. Now we're in 2025. The country's facing a decision. We're at a crossroads. Do we extend tax cuts? That's one option. Do we raise tax on the rich? That's another option. Do we finally admit that deficit-fueled democracy is like trying to cure alcoholism with more tequila shots? And this is what Democrats say. Democrats say let's raise taxes a little more and spend a lot more for equality. Oh, good God, those people are stupid when it comes to taxes and spending. Libertarians say let's stop robbing Peter, paying Paul, and then acting like we helped both. Because Democrats and Republicans did not do that. And let's get down to philosophical. Brass tacks. It's simple. Democrats believe government is the solution and that taxes fund justice. Libertarians like myself believe government is the problem and that taxation is injustice. One side trusts bureaucrats with your money, the other side trusts you. So let's put a bow on this because we wrapped up this series now. So let's wrap this all up so we can move on to another series, hopefully not as dry as this. From 2016 to 2025, the Democratic Party tried to tax the rich, fund the world, and tell you it was all for your own good. Libertarians tried to stop the bleeding, torch the tax code, and remind you that freedom means owning your labor. And here's the question I want to leave you with. And answer it honestly in the comments down below. Do you want a government that gets smaller, spends less, and leaves you alone? Or one that keeps growing, taxing, and promising results it never delivers? Thank you for sticking around for this 4-part series. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. New videos drop every day. Until next time, stay free, stay informed, and stay accountable.